Castle.
Are we back
has
from
left the building?
Oba? We've come back. It was a hot trip, isn't it?
That was a hot one.
It was a hot one.
I'm sure all the flights, if they had known, I think they would have redirected more flights to the east. Honestly,
I
if they had
hope,
known.
yeah. I don't know.
I saw
how
Pretty Mike on Okada. I think he was on his way there. I'm not sure what that's
Yeah, he was on his way there, but then he still missed his flight because apparently, I guess with Lagos
not paid
traffic,
money.
he now paid for an 80k ticket on Airpiece
According to him,
behind the scenes. So he now, according to him, that's true. Cause yeah,
he was that Pretty Mike is crazy. He wants to just see a big boy. I paid 250. Where
exactly for the same tickets. Of which was it not him that when he did one that he claimed that women were sending Valentine's package to him and that he didn't want it. So he now did skits for us with the estate gate man, that the estate gate man should carry the package back, that he doesn't want it. Then the estate gate man's company now they video that no.
Can you imagine?
That what happened was the man gave the gate man the package to act the scene for him. So anything can happen in this Lagos.
Anything can happen on the internet. We don't even know what to believe these days.
That is it.
Do we even know? Anyway, people are in Oba's direct, so we can't say. Do we even know if the money being spread is actually real?
Bam.
But it's real. It's real. It's real. I won't do my Igbo people like that. It's real.
I don't know. Anyway, welcome. I'm Olori.
I'm Eka.
And I'm Efe.
Let's do a quick gist on COVID.
Oh God.
COVID. Like, whew, I thought, I don't understand again. Yeah, I don't understand. I thought maybe after we got this vaccine that
everything
was
was
done. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like that is the case. So many countries are experiencing, for some is the third wave, for some is the fourth or fifth wave of COVID. So I don't really understand. And I even heard that in Nigeria now, someone was telling me that they're like, oh, the batch that they give Nigeria has expired as of a couple of weeks ago. So there's no there's no more on ground. I'm like, Nigerians like last minute. When it was available, you could not come and
don't mind them.
It's now.
See, this COVID is like we'll just think of how we'll live with it. I think that's what some countries have done because I don't know again. Because these new variants that are also coming out, Delta et al., they are saying it's even more dangerous. And you can even catch it even if you've been vaccinated, full vaccination, and it can disturb.
Yeah. I think highest is that you will not die if you are vaccinated.
But we don't know the health issues that you would go with.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm really tired of the word COVID. I am. This is how many years running now, and we're still here. Because how much lockdown can happen again? How much can really happen again? And I think a lot of countries are trying not to, even with the wave coming, but then it might hit them badly because. So I think this is the real time that herd immunity is being done.
Yeah.
Which is it good or not? I don't know.
But I think that also depends on the group because there are unvaccinated pockets in different countries, right? Like maybe for ideology or whatever, who have refused to get vaccinated. So there's no herd anything there. You get what I'm saying? Because they didn't get the vaccine.
Yeah, but then if the people that got the vaccine are still experiencing health challenges and the COVID itself, I know that if you're vaccinated, the chances of it hitting you so hard in the sense of sickness is lower, but then we don't know.
Yeah. And it's better to be safe than
sorry.
Than sorry, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because the way the world is opening in some countries, we are scared.
I guess the takeaway message is just still be safe, because literally we're back in the office and somebody that sits close to me just just got tested for the COVID.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, when I'm home, I was safe.
That's it, my sis. When I had COVID positivity, it is because I started going back to the office. When
So
I was in my house, nothing.
exactly.
Ah,
So for me, and everyone's there freaking out. They went to go and get like emergency test. That as people left office by maybe like 10 that day, just to
Yeah.
go and get tested or whatever, because they all have kids at home, family and things like that. And also, I think I'm not saying that the numbers are lying, but I think that a few more people that are not vaccinated as we think they are,
Hmm.
mm,
right? So I think that also I'm that concerned. Maybe because one guy that I'm training, I don't think he's vaccinated, so he was a bit freaked out. Do you get what I'm saying? But he didn't want to voice out because
Yeah.
it's looked down upon in certain in the educated sector for you to not have the vaccine. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
But shall be safe. That's
Please
the
be safe.
key
Because
words.
imagine if you want to be vaccinated, you've done your first dose and you're in UAR, and they say second dose is not there. What do you do?
Bam, bam.
In God we trust.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I
Exactly.
mean,
Oh,
and with
God.
this being rainy season, I don't know because it's much
Mm-hmm.
cooler cooler temperature.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
May the Lord
She
help
says
us.
sun is what is helping us. We don't know.
Uh-huh. We don't
And
know. Maybe it's
this is
burning the
going to be
COVID.
yeah, and this will be like flu season also, which means it's probably going to be, worse the
That's what I'm
transmission.
saying. But on the flip side, well, maybe in the Western world, it's not so much the summer weather. It's more that people like everything
Yeah.
has opened back up,
Mm.
so there's
And
more
people
mingling.
are not taking precaution.
And can I just say, the last episode we are talking of Oba. If people die now, they will say Obi Kubana use them for ritual. They told you that because
That
our
is
people are
Because
true.
crazy.
that
That
place
is
is
I
full
true.
up.
mean,
It's
it's
packed.
so cold.
It's
No, there's
packed.
no, they will not say it's
I'm not saying
ritual.
mask. I'm not saying that you made a good. That is a
I'm
super
telling you.
spreader event.
Many people don't think that there's corona in Nigeria,
No,
and when
but
people are
then
dying,
yeah. I wanted to say if the way you're talking, Nigeria, there was since people have been packing
yeah,
themselves
they've been.
since last year.
No, but has there been any major? Did they arrest Naira Marley for attempting to do a concert in Abuja? This is
As
this
in,
is probably our
they
biggest because
reduced.
even churches
Mhm.
for crossover were not allowed
Yeah.
their regular
True.
capacity. So this is probably one of our biggest events.
Yeah, so for since then, because it's
Ha.
almost like a concert, and musicians are not even doing concerts in Nigeria, well, at the moment. So
Exactly. I've not seen one mask in sight in all the videos that I've been seeing because you don't want to spoil your ground photo with a mask.
Mm, but does that mean that the concerts are still not allowed in Nigeria? Because I know in some other developed countries they are started allowing. No.
yeah,
I think slowly, but not at the same, not at the same
yes,
capacity. If
Hmm.
yes.
that
Because I
makes
know
sense.
Lagos State said churches should even reduce more because I think
Yeah.
some churches are now being more congested, so they're like they need to cut down
Well,
capacity. So,
can I just say that in Europe, in some places in Europe, there was Euros and stadium was full. I
yeah,
That's
it
know it's
true.
was.
an outside,
That's
no, it's an
true.
outside place, but it was full up to capacity. Pubs were full up, sisters. So all this one, there's selective COVID
That's
rules, I
true.
guess.
That's true. That's true.
Mm.
When we all want it, I think even the government finds a way to make it happen.
Exactly, exactly. It's the same way that came a day or two, it doesn't require NYC. That's how
Yeah.
we are living our life.
Ooh, let us move on to Sex Life, which is
Hmm.
a lovely series on Netflix. Please, I want to just commend FA. I think this is the first assignment that I'm given on this
This
podcast
is this
that
insult
was
into the
that was
podcast.
approached with a vim, that
Yeah,
was taken
a
seriously.
whole jig.
I am
You
a
see,
known researcher. Please,
ah,
please.
The
please,
Excuse,
research
okay.
part research.
This is two against one. We can even go back to
oh
previous
my
episodes where Olori will ask. I just want to ask if it has everybody seen it or has
Yes,
Thank
everybody
you.
so
watched it? If it will
Thank
not say
you.
no, let me not lie. I've not watched it.
yes, because
I
because
quote.
because
This one, you research even plus their real life in real life.
Yeah, and
No,
Baba.
please,
right?
Eka, don't leave out what prompted the interest. Because there was no word on our WhatsApp on
On
this.
this sex life. Oh,
I spent almost 30 minutes last weekend explaining to people what the show was about. Nobody moved.
Yes.
he did
The
not give that
second, the second you said that you are seeing a full-sized male organ
It's
from
a
a
day.
lie.
kid,
Oh.
the
It's a lie.
ginger with which this thing
No,
was
no, no.
watched.
What are
No,
we saying?
Wow.
In
no.
the moment I mentioned that, it did not. It wasn't up to like 1 hour. If it
Bam.
was telling me the
I
story,
take
I
Thank
say,
you.
no.
"Wow, sis."
I take my job seriously. I'm on vacation now. That's why I have time. That's no, it's true. I'm on vacation. That's why I have time. But I'm not. Look, anyways, I've never known fighting. It's okay. It's okay. That's fine. It's okay.
Just say that you like some final things in life. That's all.
That's it. We don't judge. We don't
Hey.
judge here. We don't judge. So I want to commend you for your impeccable research that was done on this
On the
topic.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, so please, since you've already led with the research, FA, can you just give
Enlighten
us
us.
a synopsis of what this is about? Thanks.
Okay, let me just put together. So basically, sex life is about a married woman who, I guess, she reminisces about her past with her ex-boyfriend, who unfortunately, I don't know, she's always had, I think she's been unlucky with men in general. So when she got to a point in her life where she's like, you know what, I don't want these bad boys. I just want to settle with a good man. And then she met her husband and then married him. But then after marriage and then two children, then it seems like she's reminiscing about her past and she literally wants to go back and kind of, I guess, relive the experience. So unfortunately, she writes in a journal and then her husband finds out. And, as a man now, the guy was not happy. So he tried to recreate some of those things with her. But it's obvious that she's still stuck in, with the ex-boyfriend. And, we don't know because season one, I thought season one was going to end well, but then I saw that she went back to the ex. So we don't know what's because they said they're bringing out
Oh,
season
so
two.
you even finished the full? Sorry, I didn't get
Eventually,
that.
I finished it.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow,
So let me
wow.
say this because as much as it's called sex life, I feel like the sex scenes are kind of explicit, but it's not a lot. It's not really a lot. I thought it would be much more. Let me not lie.
Okay, so you were
That's
a bit
that's what.
disappointed by the quantity
Mm,
that you got.
mm.
Sorry,
So yeah, so
You
sorry
it's
for
not
wanted
that.
that.
full on Pornhub.
Ah, wow, Eka, so you know the names. Hell,
Of course, I know. I know. I'm not gonna
I
have it.
have research. Eka also research. That's why she knows
Exactly.
the yeah yeah. She's on vacation too, so she has time to
Abi.
to research.
Hey,
oh
gosh.
gosh. Yeah, so that's
Ah,
basically
Okay,
it.
let me start with my first question because I think and because there are layers to it, right? The
Mhm.
question I think this series asks, right, is should you trade off like do you choose between a good guy, he's good to
Mm,
you here, because I think sometimes when we say good guy, it's like a guy is good but a guy is poor. No, he's a good
mm,
guy, he's
mm.
handsome, the sex game is not bad to be as a is actually good, he has
mm.
money and he's good to you and the
He's
kids,
responsible
he's
and balanced in
responsible,
life.
he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
consistent. Do you go for that, or do you go for the one that your heart that just light and just the mere sight lights your heart on fire, right? And that guy is also rich, great in bed, um, and
Excellent in
handsome
bed,
too.
actually.
Sorry, excellent
Oh,
in bed.
sorry. Oh.
Sorry. Thanks for the clarification. So that's the trade-off. Like, do you go for a guy who's consistent, who you can rely on, and
Mm,
or a guy who excites you, even though from a material standpoint, from a look standpoint, they are both maybe equal in a sense.
Mm,
Sex game,
mm,
yeah.
the bad guy kind of edges out a little bit, but like the sex with the other guy is not bad. Like it's not like terrible sex, if that makes sense. Um,
mm.
so that's the
No, but
question.
then no, please, sorry, can I just push back? Because the way
Sure.
you're saying is not terrible sex. There is no sex at all at a point now. At this point,
No, no, no. And then what I'm
Yeah.
trying to make is that life happened is why sex kind of stopped,
okay, okay,
right?
okay,
But
Yeah.
it
okay,
wasn't like she
okay.
was enduring sex
That's the
before
sex
that
Oh
life.
happened.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
she
yes.
was okay and happy with the sex life that they had prior to when
Mm,
she started getting starved because of like her having a baby and him working a
yes,
lot. That why I'm
yes.
so I'm saying that it's not like because when we say good guy, there's this image of he's good because he loves you more than you love him. but
Mm.
he's not good in bed. He doesn't have money. He's not fine. I think you get what
He's
I'm
not
saying.
excited.
That is not
Yeah.
the case here. This guy, by all intents and purposes, is a catch in his own rights, and he's
Mhm.
good to you. Versus a guy who is also a catch in his own rights, but like he excites you. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. So that's basically what
Mhm.
the choice here was. So where I want to start is part of the problem was the girl making the choice for the safer guy,
Mm.
right? And in so doing, hiding, I guess, her deep needs or her wants, right?
Yeah.
Do you think? Because I think we've gone back and forth in the group. Is that a bad thing? And let me also say this, right? Because I think sometimes who we are as women attracts a certain kind of man, right?
Mm.
So I've seen women say that, okay, maybe I want to upgrade to to attract something different. Now, not to
Mm.
demonize people that go to club every day, but like let's say maybe like to stereotype it, right?
Mm.
Maybe you go to club every weekend and only get guys that want to sleep with you for maybe one or two times and then like they are done, right? So you like the club vibe, but you don't like the short-term nature of what the men they have to offer. So maybe you now choose to be more conservative to attract maybe a more stable kind of guy. Is that
Mhm.
bad? Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Or should you have just owned who you are, regardless of what you will get? And maybe sometime down the line, some guy in the club will be what you're looking for. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because
I
people
think.
because I think people were trying to say that she shouldn't have hid who she was
Yeah.
from the good guy. And I'm saying that is that it, or is it okay to transform, to attract the guy that you think is better for you? If that makes sense.
I think for me, I think it's good to be yourself because I mean,
Mm.
somebody we were having a conversation. I know me and someone were having a conversation. It was I think in chat I was having with you guys, good girl versus bad girl, and the person was like, "Look, good," because somebody was saying, "Oh, like these people, the bad girls are getting married," and I'm like, "Okay, would you marry that man that girl is married to?" And the
Mm,
thing is, like she wouldn't marry that guy, but she's complaining that, "Oh, I'm not getting married." So it's like be yourself. The bad girls are themselves, and the men that marry them typically know they're that way, and they marry them that way, and somehow they find a way to be compatible. So I don't think you should change yourself. But then again, in this in sex life, I feel like the main character, I think she's confused. And I think some
Mhm.
people are like that. Like they have different phases. Me, I'm somehow like that. Like I have a phase where I'm this way and I'm like that. And that's why when people tell me about marriage, I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for it now because I'm still going through phases. So I think unfortunately, she was going through phases and then she met someone and she felt, oh, because of my past, let me just settle with this person because I need peace now. But next month or next year, you might want a chaotic kind of person in your life.
but
So
can
I
I
think
push back? Because I don't think she was confused. I think it was a choice of
she
I've
was,
seen, I've seen. I think it was a choice of I want is like I want to use the Nigerian word. I want to settle down,
Mhm.
mm-hmm,
right? And the guy that I'm working with right now isn't on that path,
Mhm.
mm,
right? So let me go and find a guy that wants to settle down.
Mhm.
Now
yeah,
I may need to look a certain way because even Nigerian men kind of say this, right? You may keep Nicki
mm,
Minaj as the side chick, but marry um Oniduromi as your
Mhm.
wife,
Mhm.
right? So like it's true. So I think she knew that she wanted to settle. Like she had like they were dating for a long time, so she was maybe tired of the like she wasn't tired of maybe tired of the partying, but not of the
yeah,
sex. Let me put it that way, right? So
Mm.
yeah.
for her, I wanted something stable, and so I went for where stability was. I don't think that's confused. I think like that's just
Mm.
what you
But it's
chose at the
confused
time.
because
Mhm.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're still going through phases after, because I feel like after you've gotten married and then you have children, their responsibilities, you can't still be looking. That's what I'm saying. She's confused. Most people, once they have kids, that is it. Especially, well, I don't want to say women because that would be one-sided. But once they have kids, it's like this is my responsibility. But in this case, she's confused because you have children at home and you're leaving your children with the nanny to go and have sex with somebody that is not your husband. Like, you shouldn't even be married. Like, I don't know.
Hey, Kat, let me
See,
let me let you come in here, please. I don't know that
yes,
I'm really fully
because
on that. Yeah.
you know this thing you said, Olori, of is it bad for you to look for this and do, okay. Let me give a simple example. I like Mama Put food, right?
Yeah.
I like my local food. I go and want to upgrade and I go and sit down in Hilton and be following Hilton boys that are they don't even want to. It's continental foreign foods. They can't deal
Salads.
with amala salads,
Salads.
smoothies, foreign things, goulash and all that. And then we will go and marry. I will even learn how to cook these foreign foods so that all of us were in a foreign way. And then I'll be passing mama put and hunger will be catching me. Then I'll
Exactly.
now go and now start hiding and going to, because already my husband is not, he's about that life of, oh, that's beneath me, those local foods. Then I'll now be hiding and wearing glasses and wearing jalabia to go and eat this thing. What's the meaning of that? The problem
Exactly.
I have is that everybody should know what they can do away with once they are going into a committed relationship.
Exactly.
What they can do away with is, if you can do away with the partying, but you cannot do away with the sex, you better
Mm-hmm.
let the person who you're asking for stability from know that
I haven't.
you have an
Yes.
adventurous sex life.
Exactly.
At least you don't even need to, because you're not, you can't, because I believe that this character, she changed herself so much
Mm-hmm.
in order to get a certain type of lifestyle,
Right.
And she was
that
running away.
that
She was running
after,
away from.
yeah, because I don't
Yeah.
think marriage should change you so much. And I
Exactly. That's
believe
the
we
point.
always say in this podcast that we should always be honest. You have to be honest with
Mhm.
yourself first. And then,
First.
because even if she said she was going through a lot, and obviously, I think her own confusion was at that time, bad boys had done her shiggy, and now
Yeah.
she just wanted stability, right?
Yeah.
But then it is a problem when you then start having issue. Then when you then start wanting this um adventurous sex, why didn't you communicate with your partner?
Mm-hmm.
Instead, what we saw is that you think about your ex first.
Exactly.
So
But
now my question
yeah.
remains: did you love your partner, or he was just there at the right? Do you actually love him,
This is
or he
it.
was just there at the right
Convenient.
time to take
Yeah.
you away from the hurt that you're feeling from this other guy?
But
Because I
that's not
believe if
a bad
somebody starts,
takeaway. Oh. He gave you a very soft landing. It wasn't a bad takeaway. As in, he gave you a
yeah.
very soft landing to move on from your bad boy ex.
Mm-hmm.
But then now be honest with yourself. Now, when you're now dreaming, who are you dreaming of first? Why
Criminal.
couldn't
But
why couldn't the face of the sex person be your husband?
okay, so
And this is.
let me give this to you to use your mama put example, right? We all do
Mm-hmm.
sweet farm. It's not
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like ice cream 3 days a week. Like that's not the reason why I
Yes.
don't eat it. Like I've made a choice to eat healthier. Do you get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So for me, I'm saying that eh, should we question the falling, not the cheating now,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
reminiscing, because you've made a choice that okay, I've gone for the exciting and it did
Mm-hmm.
not, end well. Let's put it that way,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go for this. I may not
Mm-hmm.
always love it, but like this is a healthier lifestyle for me,
Yes. Yes.
right? So for me, I'm like maybe that's the choice that she made. That you know what?
Can I let me play devil's advocate as
Yeah,
somebody who has kind of struggled with weight. You have to be true to yourself. That's why many people, when they lose weight for whatever reason, if you're not committed to it, you're going to gain back that weight in the next. And
Mm,
when you gain, you even gain more. So if you're
mm,
using, if you're using the weight, or I don't want to eat ice cream, it's like
yeah,
you really. That's what I think with relationships. When I notice that when people move fast, maybe you leave one and then you just move to another one. Most times they make the wrong choices. It's the same thing. If
right.
you're going to, let me use weight loss now, as you said, if you're going to lose weight, it needs to start from, because I think weight loss is also like relationships. It's
mental.
actually exactly, it's a mental
Mm-hmm.
thing. So if you're not all right, if you're not like, okay, I'm going to do this, or I'm doing it for myself, it's not how fast. It's you can take your time. You can take time to lose weight, but have you made those changes? Have you found a way to balance? Because that's the thing. When you're confused, if you've not found a way to balance how you're eating in a relationship, if you've not found a way to balance, what do I want, what do I need, what is important, what's going to help me, then you will pick the wrong type of people
So let me
on your
ask
journey.
this: do you
Yeah.
fight this battle alone? Because this is where I'm going with this, right?
Nope.
Mm.
Prior to prior to the sex stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had, to use the weight loss example, she had chosen to eat healthier and was
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
committed to that path.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So I may like to have ice cream every day, but I've committed to not doing that. She was and she,
Mm-hmm.
and she was working on that, you know, with
Yeah.
success, right?
Yeah.
So should she have told her husband almost in a sense that you are my second best option? So I'm going to need you to be on your best behavior. Otherwise, that can open a crack, right? For me to now start sleeping. Because that's tricky. If a man told me that, because we're all human, right?
No, but did
The
she know?
husband
Are you saying she should have told him he's her second best option when before they got married?
yeah, because
But,
to me, because that's where the
But
honesty comes in,
no,
right?
but does
yeah,
she know that he's her second best?
that's the
At that
thing. I think
point,
she
he's
is
her
No, but
convinced.
best.
Yeah.
if you are hiding parts of yourself,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right, to fit into this, then
Yes.
you know that something is like that this as is isn't for you. Let me put it that way. You're going to
Yeah.
bend and twist,
Yeah.
right? Which now, and this is back to why you need to be crazy in love with your partner, not because love is
Mm.
everything, but because of times like this, right?
Yes.
If I like you, you will get away with murder when it comes to me, right? I
Mm.
will
Yeah.
excuse it for you, right?
Mm.
But
Mm.
if I don't like you, I'm like, now, as in any small thing,
You
right?
will now start regretting.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that to me is what happened here. Is that the second he wasn't, and he was trying. He comes home on
Yes.
time, but like
Yes.
he's
He really
tired.
Yes.
put an
But he's
effort.
tired after work. So maybe the sex was lacking then. And then also you were pregnant for a while. So maybe, you know, with
He
the baby,
switched off too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the whole, and then he maybe having to care more for your toddler. Why you go through this second pregnancy, right? And
Mm.
juggling work. So it was easy. So he was trying, to me, he was trying his best.
He
But
Yes.
did.
what fell off was the sex. Because
Mm.
something has to break, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
And in something falling off, rather than you also not try and manage or maybe communicate better with him, you now
You just
putting your
switch
your
back.
your your eye out.
Yeah.
And to me
Mm.
that's where I'm like, should she have said from the beginning, oh boy, I demanded you. So I
Mm.
need you to be on your best
Yeah.
behavior, which is unfair to him because we're all
Yeah.
human beings,
Yeah.
we're all going to falter, right?
Mm.
I shouldn't always have to be on my best with my
Mm.
partner.
Mm. I
Can
don't
I just?
think I don't think
Yeah.
she ever thought she was managing him. I
Exactly. That's what
think
I was going
she
to say.
thought he was too good for her. So it is not her that is seeing him as her second best. Because
Exactly.
at
Okay.
that time he's her best. She is seeing him as, how could you have even looked at somebody like me and gotten interested in me? Because there was a
Mhm.
scene that they were in the bar when they first met, and then another lady came, and in her head she was like, okay, this
Yeah.
is the kind of women that he should
Or
be going
ex.
for,
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
me.
yeah.
So she already has low self-esteem that on a normal day, this kind of
Exactly.
guy is not supposed to even look at her. So I believe that she was infatuated by the fact that somebody this good
Peace.
has come to her, exactly, has come to her to like her. And then because of that, I believe she suppressed who she was so that she can fit into his
Mm.
mold, which is wrong because, as we have seen
Be
from the character,
yourself.
even
Yeah.
from when he read her journal, he loved her enough to want to also change
Be.
or be
Yes.
what she
Yeah,
would desire as well, meet her in the
yeah.
middle at least. So I think she did herself and him a disservice, and it was so unfair because and it's not her fault because probably she just thought it was too good to be true. So let her just change who she is.
Mhm.
That's why even in that mama put aspect, you have to just let the person know so that at
Yeah.
least, even if it's not the full thing, at least snippets. Me, I believe in the full thing, but at least snippets to the point where of what is
Exactly.
important to you, because no matter what, it will still come back to haunt you. Then you can't start doing it later. Then the person will now be shocked, like the guy was shocked.
Hmm.
Uh,
For me, I feel like whether she thought she was the one settling or the man was the one settling, I feel like you were already changed. Like how I put it, even quitting, because even quitting her PhD program, it did not seem like it was her. Maybe the man asked, I said, like, I would like for you to stay home with the kids, and then she just said, okay, it's not a bad idea,
Hmm.
right? Because
It's possible.
when they had the double dates with the friend
Mm.
and the guy, right?
Yeah.
The guy was saying that was your entire life. Why did
Hmm.
you choose to stop it? So even that part of her, she didn't even reveal. So even beyond the sex, right?
Mm.
The ambition doesn't seem like she
mm.
revealed it to the guy.
She
So what
literally changed
exactly did you
one
show the
person.
guy?
She
Yeah.
literally changed herself for him, and I find that very
Yes.
annoying. You need to show me who
It's
you are, so
rubbish.
that it's bad.
Yes.
It's bad
But even
because
this one, they were
But she
telling people
wanted the
don't.
lifestyle. She wanted the package.
Yeah, but did he say
Yeah.
that he didn't want somebody who was pursuing? Like, he met her as a
I
PhD
don't think
student.
he's even to blame for that. I think it might
He's
be her.
not.
'Cause I've seen people change completely. Like it's like the person wouldn't even know who you were or who you were. Now
Yes,
I know there's some information that you should keep private, right? I
I
mean, he
don't
doesn't
think
know.
so.
No, I think so. Because I mean some people will use it against you.
Like
But
what?
again, what I want to say is if the
Like,
person
no,
really
I
loves
mean to
you,
the somebody that you're married, getting married to. Like, which kind of
yes.
information?
Like there's some information that it's better you there's some information that is better, like somebody was saying something like, oh, if it's something that I know he'll never find out, I'll keep it in. But
How
if it's
do you
something I know
know?
that yeah, because maybe it's only you and whoever were involved, or maybe something you did, I don't know. But
And
they're
you
saying
trust
like,
the person involved to never
yeah,
come and tell
yes,
you.
but the thing is, the less people that
Hmm.
know about it, then the more you probably can keep it a secret, I guess. But
Okay, now
my thing is,
this is
don't
how
say,
blackmail starts. Hey, me, my pants is
yes,
out
because
in the
I mean,
open.
like
My
some
yash is
people, because I
open.
mean,
Okay.
for someone like me, like there's some things I've heard, like because me, I always ask questions. So there's some things I've heard, and I know that for me, it is a no. It doesn't matter how much I love you. I feel like if you've done that in the past, you might do it again in the future. So because of that, I might cut off any kind of relationship or
But
friendship with
that's
you.
not
So if
bad.
the person
That's not
doesn't now
bad.
tell you, and you now find out in the relationship,
I will
uncle.
still cut
After
it off. That's the
after
point.
two
Either
So
way,
kids.
that
why after
relationship,
how many years, Abba?
me,
No,
I would still
please
cut
tell
it because
me.
it's like, yeah,
No,
me,
that's what
that's
I'm saying. It's better you
okay.
just tell me up front. Let me know. Let's
That's what
cut
I'm
it. It's
saying.
God
So
that
let
is
me make up
helping
my
us.
mind. But I'm saying in this case, I feel like the main character was just for me. I think she just because she was so. I think she was just tired of toxic relationships.
Yeah.
Now instead of her to just sit down and heal herself and say, because I think sometimes people just want to be in relationships. Ask yourself questions like, what do I want? Do I really? I don't think she asked herself any question. Even the PhD, I feel like her husband. He seemed like a very career-minded person.
Driven
So I don't
guy,
think he
yeah.
would have stopped her from doing her PhD. But I think
Can I push
I don't think
back?
so.
Can I
From
push
the way he
back?
looks,
See, men are interesting creatures, right? In the sense that no, I don't mean to generalize, but I'm going to generalize, right?
Mm,
There is the group of men where they don't earn enough for them to be the sole provider,
mm-hmm,
mm,
right? So they do require that you bring
mm-hmm,
in
yeah,
some
mm-hmm,
yeah,
cash to augment
mm-hmm.
this guy, and then there's the guy who can afford to be the single
Provider.
income, and people will be more than comfortable. So there's not going to be
mhm,
any hustle, right? And
yeah,
I think there was this idea because many of their friends they seem to be stay-at-home moms,
Mm-hmm,
mm,
right? So I think there's this idea of what he wanted for a lifestyle was to
mm-hmm,
have the mother stay home with the kids at least for a while.
mm-hmm.
That is a break on your own ambition.
Did she ever challenge it?
exactly.
And
That's the thing with she.
no, but I think part of that cycle of what do I think fits into his lifestyle was I
Mm.
don't think that because again she only went back to that PhD program after the boyfriend had pushed back on her saying that you wanted this, so how come all of a sudden
See,
you've changed your mind on it?
my bottom line is that she doesn't. She's as if it said. See, she's not a person that has a strong mind. One
Yeah,
day person A will say, how come you go back?
and you
Person B will
now
say
go there
she doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know what she wants.
once.
Look at her
Yeah,
friend,
you
for
have to
example. Her friend is one of the only ones did her PhD and is living. You have to know what you want in life in order before you go
exactly
and attach yourself to somebody
to
else.
someone
You don't
else.
now
Yeah,
say, oh, it is because it is because. You have to know what you want. If you are
exactly.
somebody that has a high sex drive and you now go and marry somebody because you want I don't know. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what you're looking for. And you never communicate that. Whatever you get there, you keep quiet and think.
To
Even her
take
friend
care.
But
was
that's what
telling
I'm
her,
saying. I
uh-huh,
think why she looks confused is
mm-hmm,
because of the first choice she has made. To me, there's a first choice of the stability and the lifestyle that comes with this guy. That to me is the first choice. Everything
Mm-hmm.
else is okay. How can I keep this choice going? Right? And for her, that is what kind of girl would look good with this kind of
that's
guy.
terrible. If you're living your
Right?
life like that,
Yeah,
that's
you have to do
terrible.
it for yourself.
That
Because
You
that
have to
apart
that to
stop.
me is
from
her first choice. But even in Nigeria, many women do it. You know that
no,
you're
but
in
that's
Nicki
not,
It's
but
Minaj.
wrong.
but it's
It's not.
still
You
That's
you will
not.
bad.
be married.
Yeah,
You now become Oniduro. Then once
It's
they not
still
marry you,
bad.
you will now
You
you
change.
you now
the
It's
thing is,
change.
some
still
people
bad.
need to. Yeah, people need
It's
to be
still very bad.
themselves so that you
So you
can
weren't
attract what.
confused. Maybe you were even a bit manipulative. You weren't confused. You knew what you wanted. I knew that where you were right now will not get you there. So you now
Uh,
you know
so you're a deceiver now, and I don't
exactly
like that.
that's basically what I'm saying. She fits into what she thought this guy would now the guy seems understanding where maybe she had explained things that maybe he would have worked with her, right?
Yeah.
But she didn't believe that. I want this guy, and what I need to do to get this guy is ABC.
Yeah. Can I just say, me, I'm a completely honest person, and I'm always like, somebody was telling me that, oh, if you shouldn't be saying, I'm like, look, just know who I am, so that tomorrow you won't say. So, but the thing is, most people are not like that. But I think honesty, like we said, is very important. Be honest with yourself, and then be honest with who you're with. If the person is going to be there or not, me at this point is like, look, if you're going to stay, you're going to stay. If you're not, it's fine. But this is me, so that tomorrow, if I start, or if you hear something or someone says something, you would
You
know
won't be
that
surprised.
Another pushback.
exactly.
Sorry, please.
That's
Another pushback. Right? I think like I think principles are important, but I'll take Effie for
yes,
example. If this guy is like the guy who is making you consider not being fully honest, right? Is
yeah,
very rich and very
yeah,
endowed and very skilled, right?
yeah,
Is your vim as in almost like a unicorn guy, right?
yeah.
That as in you believe in yourself, but like this guy fell in your lap by a miracle, right?
Hmm.
Would the vim be as strong on the this is who I am, oh, take it or leave it, oh,
Yeah.
anything you want to
At
do, oh,
this
see it
point,
there,
though,
oh.
at this point in my life, I would stick to, like, I'm so like, this is the most, like, I don't know how to explain myself at this point in my life, but I would be completely honest. I'm fine with whatever. If he stays, oh, great. If he goes, it's fine. Will I cry? I will cry because that is a unicorn. But I
And
know that. So,
let
as
me
in,
explain with one word the time you are in your life. You're a confident baby girl.
oh,
And
second
you
place,
are
yeah, I
sure of
wait.
yourself. So you ain't trying to
Exactly.
mold
And
yourself
it's
for
a journey. It's
nobody.
not
That's
exactly,
it.
it's a journey. It's not something that happens overnight. But once you're in
Yeah.
that place, you know what you want, and you know that, look, take it or leave it. This is me.
Yeah.
Like, you have to
And
take me as I am.
even if the guy is this and that guy,
You would
me I
still
pack plenty things they come. If
exactly.
you have a problem with certain things, then bounce. We will cry, we will be sad. People
We'll
will
move
say, see
on.
how you
Like,
missed this thing. But I
exactly.
rather cross that now before, because I believe that girl that she met somebody, because you saying that you're meeting somebody that fell on your lap by
Yes.
by luck, in the sense that, so you're not good enough. How dare him? Okay, how dare him? Just because she likes to party, they say she's not good
No,
enough.
but I'm not saying that it's
Come
not
on.
enough. It's not not good enough. I think
Mm.
it's also a numbers
You're just
game.
getting a perfect person.
How many men out there
But he's not
are
perfect
going
now.
to
Now,
no,
Shebi.
it's not
Oh,
it's not perfection.
he's
It's
not
not
perfect for
perfection.
her.
But how many guys out there are like her husband? That to me is that thing where
That's the
people
truth.
start making
Yeah,
compromises. Is that
yeah.
this guy is not
And that
bad? What he's asking me
yeah.
for, can I really not do without it? That's basically
And
what
that's
I
what I'm saying.
think he's
She's
asking for.
confused. But that's also I'm saying. Like, I mean, she's manipulative, definitely. But that's also I'm saying. She's confused because most people, once they see that diary, like, that's it. Like, it's, oh, I'm
Yeah.
never going to try to do what
Yes,
you're telling
yes.
me. So the
But
man really
after
left
that, she
her.
still went to go and start doing
Exactly. So it's like you're not just manipulative, you're also confused, and like you really shouldn't even be with this person. And this guy has been trying. It's even affecting him at work, and it's like the man really cares. So what else? I
That
mean, what
is the
exactly?
unicorn that you're telling her that she will cry and move on. I'm
No, no,
not
I'm
saying
saying no.
that
This is
is impossible,
No,
I'm saying
she
but I'm saying
is
that
the
this is
problem now. Because
yes, she's
now
the
you
problem
are
now.
messing this guy up to the point he's even
Exactly.
following this other guy to go and look at the guy
no.
and how the
What
guy
I'm
is.
saying is this idea of this is who I am, take it or leave it. I'm saying
Mm,
Yeah,
this. I said this is the man that she has caught now. That is
yeah.
willing,
yeah.
even when he should leave you, right,
Mm-hmm.
to still fight for you. Is that the kind of
Yes.
man that you should say, and this is who I am, will take it or leave it?
No, no, no. Do you know what she
But
did?
that's
She did not say this is who I am, take it or leave it. What did she go and do?
yes,
She
she
went out
changed
to
herself.
say this is who I am. Let me go back to who I am. Let me not spoil you that is here. She's confused now.
Yes,
Hey.
confused.
She doesn't love this. See, she just realized that she loved him for stability. She didn't
Yeah.
love him for him.
Yes.
That is it.
And she really wasn't ready to move on. She literally ran. She was, I guess, traumatized, and she just went into the next. And she said, "Oh, this is heaven, so let me just stay in heaven." But you
Mm.
forgot you forgot that between heaven and hell, there's a place called earth.
Yes,
And you're supposed to
but thank
start.
you, sis. In
You
fact,
forgot the transition.
I don't like when people as we are saying have gold, you gotta now be looking for cement.